What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video in the Ideal Auto Factory. And today we're going to be painting the DemiWorks RX-7 by Tamiya. So it's a Tamiya body, but then a DemiWorks kit to make the body like wider and make it all look like cool. And we're gonna do it with some controversial paint. So keep God first and let's get into this video. All right, let's just get straight to it. So you don't have a hobby shop near you. There's no place necessarily to give you the proper, matter of fact, that basically sells Tamiya PS paint. I think that's what it's called. Tamiya? Is it Tamiya? What's the can? But yeah, basically the PS paint, like PS5, PS polycarbonate spray paint. You don't have a place that offers that, and you're like, man, I really want to paint a body. And then of course, I guess it kind of defeats the whole purpose. If you already paid for shipping a body to you, or you got something somewhere, then you should have a place that has the paint. You went to Walmart, got some Rust-Oleum. That doesn't work. You went to Walmart, it said this works on plastics. That paint doesn't work. Well, I have a paint for you, and I'm going to show you what the results are after basically 24 hours of it curing. So right here is a test piece of LEXAN, and as you can see, you probably can't even tell. It wants to crack right at that edge here, this curvature there, but other than that, it does not crack. I mean, you can stretch it all kinds of ways. This is the inside. You can stretch it all kinds of ways. I've been doing this all day and nothing's happened to this paint. And even when you try and scratch it, I don't really have nails like that, but you try and scratch it and nothing happens. Okay, a year later, what's gonna happen? I don't have that results. So I'm showing you the results of 22 hours or so, whatever. And then I'm actually going to paint the body with this paint. And I guess you're wondering what this paint is. Well, let me go ahead and start spraying and then let you see. But I'm gonna put my first coat on all of this technically at the same time. One trick I've learned is that you're supposed to do a very light coat of paint so the dust particles technically dry on impact of the pieces, and then what that does is that's like a tack coat. So always respect that. Do a light tack coat, because I didn't sand any of this stuff. Going in. So now everything has a light tack on it, and I guess I can reveal it to you now because it's just that good of a thing. So, are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. Duplicolor engine enamel with ceramic. Resistant to oil and fluids, ideal for engine blocks and accessories. That's pretty crazy, right? So I'm using that paint. I am going to honor everything that the instructions say. 10 minutes between coats and all of that stuff. I do have my heat gun going just as like something to heat up and keep the garage airflow moving. But other than that, I'm going to let this thing do what it's supposed to. I'm going to apply coats just like how I did. I'm going to do that 2 or 3 more times. And then on the 4th coat, I'm going to do it just a little heavier. All right, so it's been about 3 coats. And this is how we look. as you can see, it's not fully like opaque, and there's still more coats to do. I do like the dusting on that's taking place. The next coat will be a little bit less than what these were. You can see that it's powdery on the inside, and I can still see through it, kind of. I don't know if you guys can see my finger there through, probably not, but yeah, it's not finished yet, and it's just gonna be cool. So I'm gonna let it keep doing this thing, and I'll come back with it all done and probably in the house. All right, so it is all finished. I finished painting it, and I was like, I wonder what backer I should put on it. I opened my locker and I found this paint here. And if you look, it says caliper enamel with ceramic. So I was like, wait a second, I've seen that phrase before. And the engine one, the yellow paint, is enamel with ceramic as well. And they're both duplicolor, and the directions are exactly the same. But this one says, ideal for use on calipers, rotors, drums, and springs. Now, I'm not saying your springs are gonna oscillate a whole lot, but if it's saying it's ideal for springs on the caliper version, and the engine, and they're both enamel with ceramic in it, it's meant to flex, which is pretty cool. So, you know, you get the right prep work and it'll flex. But it's kind of cool that I noticed that. So yeah, the caliper paint with enamel and ceramic in it is the same formula per se. I ain't read all the stuff on the back, but this will be cool to come back to in a video, maybe, I don't know, 2 months later, 3 months later, and see what happens, because that is just a discovery for today. I did not know that the caliper paint had the same kind of branding and properties as the engine paint.
What? You're gonna leave everybody. What again?
I know, I'm so sorry, but we'll figure it out.
All right, you saw it. There was the color. That's the color. It's about 4 coats, and the 3 were light. One was like a medium, I guess, and then there was one that was a little more heavy, but I could still see that it was like dusty particles. So I kind of slowed down as I did my sweeps, and that basically made a wetter coat. So I don't know whether it's heavy, medium, or whatever. But basically, there's 5 coats on there. And now we're just waiting on the dry time to take place. But I do want to point out that this is for fun. Like, don't get me wrong. I've done it all. I've airbrushed, and let me show you what I don't like about the airbrush. And this is something I'm glad I'm making a video on, because I think it leaves some room for discussion. You should be able to see through it. Yeah, look at this. So my son, this is my son's first body. I got it for his birthday last year, and you can see the light buckets going. But I did all his work to it, made it all like really cool, kind of like if I was a kid, how would I want my body to look kind of thing. I thought I had the formula down, you know, you use the UVLS matte clear or whatever as a base, then you go with the paint, then you go with the paint. Then you have like opaque black mixed with the gloss, and then you spray that last as your backer. And it just, of course he's torture testing the thing because he's a kid. So it basically just didn't stand up to his torture. And that led me to believe, like, okay, at the end of the day, airbrush just won't be as durable as, you know, polycarbonate, the PS paint. And then I learned, okay, water-based versus chemical-based and all this other stuff. So the polycarbonate paint like bites into the LEXAN like plastic. It kind of melts it on a molecular level or something like that. Whereas the water-based paint doesn't do any of that. You're totally relying on the stickiness of the paint particles. So here I am having fun experimenting with something because I did in the past. have, and it should still be on my TikTok.
Wanted to do something different for my Nissan LEXAN bodies, so I went and got supplies without going to a hobby store. What do you think?
Way down at the bottom, I use vinyl fabric spray paint, and I was like, okay, well that flexes, so that'll work. And then I used something like shift effect, duplicolor shift effect or something like that. And I was able to get this like rainbow flake burgundy color on a S14, D-like S14. And from there, it lasted forever, I'll be honest with you. So Plasti Dip and vinyl fabric paint, that worked well. And that's a combo that some people are easily, like, it's easily accessible because it's right there at the parts store. But now I'm just having fun. I'm trying things just to see what's up. And really, I want something that's going to last. So in the end, you can say that there's a lot of bodies that I've put through some things and I've tried airbrushing. Maybe I'm just not doing it perfect, but I'm looking for durability now. So what to you has the most durable outcome, and how do you get a durable outcome for something that, technically speaking, I'm not gonna lie to you. I care if somebody crashes into me. Like, I don't want no Traxxas X-Max just like blaring through and just bulldozing my drift car. But hey, if we throwing backies and my backy is a little slow and your backy's a little fast and I'm in the lead, I don't mind if you hit my chassis. It's all paint, all vinyl, it don't matter. I want a little scratch on it, but then also at the same time, I don't want to just barely like get tapped and then all of a sudden I got scratches all over the inside or something because the paint doesn't hold up. So I don't know what that happy medium is. So I'm bringing that to you all to let me know. I might throw the body like put together so you can see like, okay, this is what it looks like. And then we'll go from there. But yeah, let's just roll with it, see what happens. Well, it's another day and the build is complete. What was funny, I ran out of thin double-sided tape, so I had to go to the Home Depot, to be honest with you, because it's a Sunday and our hobby shops aren't open on Sundays. And I grabbed the double-sided tape, the Gorilla tape. It's in the house. So I grabbed that and basically I completed the build. Definitely loving this, and to be honest, I chose this color because my oldest brother, he had an FC RX-7 that was yellow, and that's the only Mazda I've ever been in, if I'm be honest with you, and I was a little kid. So this is the FD RX-7 in yellow engine enamel paint, backed with duplicolor brake caliper enamel paint. Here's the full reveal, and no, it's not magnetically mounted. It is just sitting on top of the PDK. All right, let me stop wasting time. Here you go. And that's going to do it for the video. If you have not already, please like, subscribe, And go ahead and leave a comment below whether you like bananas, oranges, or apples, because I'm liking bananas today, because that RX-7 is bananas. Keep God first. I will catch you on the next video.